Me again, this is part two. Right now we're at the park. The first part of this video that I did promoting my GoFundMe page, it was shot over there by Robinson. So if we could just pan around here for a second, you can kind of see, this is my favorite place here in the Philippines where I stand and I catch a good breeze. This is the casino, Raja Casino. You can't hardly see it because of the trees, but you can kind of get an idea. This is Fuente Park. This is a park where I've done a lot of my videos when it comes to the park. It was funny because I was complaining one day that come on. I was complaining one day, Dime, come on, I'm trying to get you away from the traffic because the traffic is making noise. Just stay on me. I was complaining one day walking with Diamond that the one thing that's missing here is a park. And so, because I've been walking here from Dynasty. When I was walking from Dynasty, I used to always take a cab. And finally this old woman said to me, she said, "Why you take a cab? Why don't you walk?" And I felt bad because it actually is only like about a 5-minute walk. But at that time, I was still new in the Philippines. I didn't quite know what to expect in the Philippines. I used to walk around with 2 weapons in the Philippines because of my mentality from the United States, so I didn't know what to expect. So when I told her there was no park, she said, "Yes, there is," and she pointed right across the street. I was so tunnel vision and what it is that I was seeing that I didn't look around, I didn't look across the street to see that there was a park. Keep it up on me, baby. Don't shoot like this, shoot like tight. Okay, now anyway, so what I forgot to mention to you is that on the 23rd of February, it'll be my first motivational date that I'm going to be doing in a school in another part of the Philippines. It's going to be with, I think it's like from 12 to 17-year-old or something like that. I don't know what school it is. It's Diamond's province, and they have invited me to come speak. So I would bring the promotional team there to also not only talk about following your dreams and your goals. I would tell them what I can tell them that they understand. I hope to have an interpreter, because I really want them to understand the importance of being able to do what it is that you want to do in life. Especially in the Philippines, where often people stay, follow me, baby. People stay on the same level and not really being motivated to move beyond their own present conditions. And I'm gonna let them know that they can and they should. And that's what you do in following your dreams and your goals. Right now, I just checked in at the FM radio station with Danny. Danny is a foreigner who's been living here in the Philippines for a very, very long time. And I also, he has an event coming up that he wants me to be one of the judges for one of the singing contests. But I just found out that the date's not until June, which is, I don't know, I plan to be in the United States between June and July distributing the next issue of Filipino Soul magazine. All right, so anyway, so this is, I just wanted to throw that little part in there regarding my speaking. I just weighed myself, and although I've been going to the pool and everything, working out and what have you, I know my body. I know that when I start doing weights, I bulk. Stay with me, baby. She's right here with me. I bulk. So what I try to do is try to balance between doing the weights and the cardio. Because that's also what I do is watch the cardio. So I'm really kind of disappointed that I am somewhat like over 240. I think 245 or something like that. But it's all good. I'm healthy. I'm the healthiest I felt in a long time. I don't have so much of a breathing problem as I used to have before. Let's look at some of the projects that were here during the My Senor Festival. This is, you can see that this is some type of manger. It's made out of paper mache. This here is kind of interesting. If you look, it's made out of Coke bottles, or bottles, more or less. And I wanted to mention to you although you were looking at Coca-Cola bottles and everything, Diamond, right here, baby, right here, stay with me. Although you were looking at Coca-Cola bottles, I wanted to tell you that things are, here in the Philippines, are considered internationally packaged. Internationally packaged means that, I guess there's no trademark, there's trademark infringement on other trademark products. You can go to about 3 different stores and order a Coca-Cola and in a can or a bottle, and you'll taste 3 different flavors of Coca-Cola. Same thing like Marlboro cigarettes. Hold on a second. No, I'm not going to show them because Marlboro cigarettes, if you know Marlboro cigarettes, on the box it has a little gold crown in the center of them. Here they don't have the little gold crown because they are considered internationally packaged and they don't put the crown on there. So although you saw Coca-Cola, okay, this is another one of the projects that they've done here. It looks like some type of paper mache. Again, it looks you can see this is Joseph
And Mama Mary.
Mary has a mustache? I don't know. Joseph and that's one display. So let's kind of look over here at the Christmas tree. You know, it's interesting. I was listening to the breakdown of how the Christmas tree came about being a tradition. And real quickly, did you know that there was a time in our existence that we actually thought that the sun would go out once a year during winter time. The reason how the calendar became is because of the River Nile. Because the River Nile in Egypt used to overflow once a year. And that's how they started calculating the months or created the calendar, because they know at a certain time of year the River Nile would overflow. Now, as far as the months of the year, it's very interesting. There used to be a lot more than 12, but July is named after Julius Caesar, because Julius Caesar named one of the months after him, and because Julius Caesar being Julius Caesar, Augustine, the emperor, wanted to have a month named after him, so that's where the month of August came from Augustine. Now, it's interesting that the reason that February has a short month, because July had 31 months. So Augustine said they took a month from July and put it to August, so August would have 31 days. But anyway, the Christmas tree, the evergreen tree became the tree representing that time of year, because the evergreen tree was the only thing that was green in the wintertime. So what they did was that they used that and they hung lanterns, things of brightness, in hopes of sending the heat up to the sun to bring the sun back. I know it doesn't, if you think about it, and that's why the evergreen tree became the symbolism for Christmas during that time of year. But number one, the sun would go away, and they thought that the sun went out. And then secondly, they thought by burning the lights on the evergreen tree, that it would bring the sun back and present it long-lasting light. Okay, that's my history lesson for today. This is Gerard, Filipino Soul Magazine. Remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elder, always pull someone up. And sometimes you're the only one that can see your vision. And I'm gonna post these on Facebook, and I'm gonna go through YouTube, but this is especially for you, because I want you to remember about my GoFundMe. What the hell? Whatever you can send, whatever you can give, won't you help? I don't know what to tell you, baby. Let your conscience be your guide. And remember, if you haven't got a dream, a goal, an idea, a train of thought, don't worry about it. Do what I do. Get as much you can, as fast you can, and go home. And sometimes you'll be the only one to see your vision. Nothing stops this show. And one of the main reasons is because the only time it will stop is when I go. Just like Bonnie with our pre-Grammy party, and she need to be listed in the history books, Bonnie Hilton Sweeney. They should study or put her in black history books because of her contribution to the music industry. But she was the founder of the pre-Grammy party and also the godfather soul, Mr. James Brown, manager and close confidant. And we know there's a heaven up above. She's teaching people how to network. And it's unfortunate when people establish these foundations, you know, and celebrate each year for however many years they did. When they passed away, the organization also does too. Well, I know Filipino Soul Magazine or SGIB Magazine will be around. You know, there's some people who might still have it, but as long as I'm above ground, I'm going to print it. So whether you help me or not, it's of no consequences to me. But if you want to love me like I love you, like I will always love you more, show me that you love me too by donating. This is Gerard. Remember, if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ollie Woodson, former lead singer of The Temptation, once sung, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a great man like me, make him feel like a king. I want to thank Diamond on the camera. All right? And remember, I'll always love you more. Peace.